Mm.
Okay, good morning everybody. So today we starting our third topic, that is transportation. So today we focus on the transportation one. So in previous class we studied nutrition, respiration. Now today we will finish transportation. Okay. So we move to next slide. Uh, so here is the next slide. So what is transportation means? In our body, blood is the main transporting agent. Blood transport food and also collect waste from the metabolic waste from each cell. Okay. So it transport necessary substance to cells and transport metabolic waste away from the same cell. He gives food also and also in return take metabolic waste also. Okay. The main components of blood are plasma, which is yellow in color. It transports food, carbon dioxide, and waste products. Next is red blood cell. Already we discussed red blood cell contain a protein called hemoglobin, which absorb the oxygen and transport. Okay, in respiration we discuss about this. It absorbs the oxygen. Next is platelets. These help in blood clotting. प्लेटलेट्स एक्चुअली दे आर फाइन थ्रेड लाइक धागे की तरह होते हैं, कपड़े का धागा होता है ना, दे आर लाइक ए फाइन थ्रेड्स. So whenever you get injury, if blood is started coming out, so platelets reach there and it block the artery or veins. कुछ दिनों के बाद जब भी आपको इंजरी होती है, काला काला कुछ एक कवर बन जाता है, एक्चुअली दैट इज प्लेटलेट्स. वो प्लेटलेट्स के कारण होता है. वहां प्लेटलेट्स आके ड्राई हो जाता है, सो इट विल स्टॉप द ब्लड फ्लो. सो दैट इज वी कॉल ब्लड क्लॉटिंग. नेक्स्ट इज white blood cells. These cells help in fight against harmful bacteria, virus and germs. So this is a general composition we are discussing of blood. Okay. Next is heart pumps the blood through the blood vessel. Now we focus on the heart part. So heart is a muscular organ. You know it is made up of cardiac muscle. Okay. It have two sides. One is the blue side, another is a, what we say, which color we can say, off white or brown. Yes. So one side is there and another side is brown side and one other side is blue side, sky blue. Okay. And that is separated by this pink color border, not pink, red color border. This is called septum. Here it is written dividing wall or septum. So actually the whole heart is divided into four chambers. चार कमरे की तरह है. It's like a house having four rooms are there. The first room is right atrium. Here, this one, it has two gates they have shown. Vena cava from lower body, its entry, and another gate is vena cava from upper body, this one. So blood enters in this room from two sides. Okay. Then this blood will moves, but vena cava means veins. Okay. And veins having impure blood means the blood containing carbon dioxide, not oxygen. So from each part of your cell, from each cell, blood contains or collect carbon dioxide, and these bloods pour into right atrium. Then blood will move to, see the small arrow, move to another chamber of heart, that is called right ventricle. Okay. This is the first chamber, this is the second chamber. Now in second chamber, here is the some valve is there, gate. Okay, here gate is there. There are two types of valve. Here this valve we call, they have not shown actually. This valve we call tricuspid valve, and another side here also there is a one valve called bicuspid valve. Here these four chambers are there. So two chambers we already know. Third one is left atrium. Atrium is also called auricle. Okay, atrium singular and plural difference is there. That's all. Atrium means singular, auricle means plural. Auricle, ventricle. So this is the fourth chamber, left ventricle here. Okay, you can see the passage, the tube passage like structure. So here one valve is there, that is called bicuspid valve, and another valve is here is called tricuspid valve. So once the blood filled up this chamber, the right atrium, then this both the atriums, left and right, they will squeeze, contract, and they push the blood into right ventricle and this one left ventricle. So they both contract together, left atrium and right atrium contract together. Blood will goes to right ventricle and left ventricle. So as we already discussed, this blood contains carbon dioxide. Then you can see the U-turn arrow. Okay, so this blood will again, the ventricles will contract after their contraction, and this was relaxed. Now this both ventricles will contract and blood will move to here in a pulmonary arteries. Okay, here is the one artery is called pulmonary artery. This pulmonary artery will goes to lungs. Pulmonary matlab lungs. So this artery will goes to lungs. Okay, and these pulmonary veins receive the blood from lungs. See, blood enters in pulmonary veins, blood enters left atrium, then left ventricle, then it will move to here another tube, aorta. Aorta means arteries. So this blood will goes to different parts of our body. Okay, so deoxygenated blood comes from right atrium, which then pump to your lungs. So this blood will goes to lungs, and from lungs these pulmonary veins will receive the blood. Okay, so we go with better diagram so we can understand the circular properly. Okay, next, here you can see this is the heart, chamber 1, this one is chamber 1, this left atrium, this is chamber 2, left ventricle, and this is right atrium, chamber 3, and this is chamber 4. 4 kamre, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so from the body of all the cells, they collect the blood, veins. Okay, vein collect the blood and they pour the blood into left atrium, this one. Then from left it will goes to left ventricle. Then from left ventricle blood will goes to yes, in lungs. In lungs they give carbon dioxide. Which organ? Alveoli. In alveoli these carbon dioxide they will give it, and from here lungs they will collect the oxygen. So this pink one is the oxygenated blood and blue is deoxygenated blood. Okay, and these thin tubes are called capillaries. These arteries get very small tube, become very small tube. These are called capillaries. Here also you can see these are veins capillaries and these are arteries capillaries. Okay, so deoxygenated blood goes here left atrium, then left ventricle, then goes to lungs. It will gives carbon dioxide, and from lungs they will take oxygen, and oxygen comes to right auricle, then right auricle to right ventricle, then right ventricle to different parts of body cells. Aorta distribute the blood to body cell. So if you observe, you can see the ventricles are bigger in both the cases, and their wall is very thick. Okay, because both squeeze, contract very strongly, so blood can reach to different parts of your body. Okay, that's why wall of ventricles are thick and walls of atriums are thin. Okay, they are small, thin, and they are thick shake. Okay, so here you can study oxygenated pulmonary artery. So all arteries are thick and elastic. All the arteries, here we get aorta means group of arteries. Okay, so these all arteries are thick, and these blue one, all veins are thin and thin and rigid. The smallest vessels, and these are smallest vessels we call capillaries here, both the sides. So veins, arteries carry oxygenated blood from the heart. See, this is the heart, and this is carrying oxygenated blood through aorta. Aorta is a type of arteries and giving different parts of blood, body parts. Now the veins carry deoxygenated blood from body. This is our body, and vein is carrying impure blood or deoxygenated blood to heart. Okay, except pulmonary vein. There are two exceptions: pulmonary vein and pulmonary arteries. So, but here it is also written except pulmonary artery. So there is from the ventricles we get a tube called pulmonary arteries, which is the only carrying impure blood. Normally we study arteries carry pure blood, but this is the only arteries which carry impure blood. The same applies for veins also. We know veins carry impure blood, but this is the only pulmonary vein which carry pure blood to heart. So these, all the pulmonary names are exception. Okay, they just do opposite work with like their other veins and arteries do. Now we move to next one, lymph. Lymph is also a transporter fluid. Okay, like we having arteries and veins, same in our body, lymphatic system is there, and their tube is called lymph vessels, like arteries vessels. So lymph vessel. So in lymph, the fluid is called lymph. The fluid which flow in the lymphatic system is called lymph. So how this fluid forms? The pore present in the walls of capillaries, some amount of plasma, protein, blood cells escape into intercellular space in the tissue, form the lymph. So whatever our arteries and veins are there, when they get excess of plasma, protein or blood cells, they comes out from the capillaries. Okay, आर्टरी और वेन से जब ये चीजें एक्स्ट्रा हो जाती, ज्यादा हो जाती, प्लाज्मा, प्रोटीन एंड ब्लड सेल्स, दे मूव आउट फ्रॉम द सेल्स, कैपिलरी से वो बाहर आ जाते हैं. और बाहर वाले स्पेस को हम क्या कहते हैं? इंटरसेलुलर स्पेस. सेल्स के बीच में जो स्पेस होता है उसको इंटरसेलुलर स्पेस होता है. तो दीज फ्लूइड कम्स आउट एंड फॉर्म्स लिम्फ. अब यहां से लिम्फ कहां जाएगा? लिम्फ वेसल्स में जाएंगे. ठीक है. सो दे आर कलरलेस. लिम्फ एब्जॉर्ब, ट्रांसपोर्ट फैट्स इंटेस्टाइन. अगर विली के थ्रू, as we already studied in digestive system, villi absorb the fats, protein and glucose. So if fat is excess, then it is absorbed by lymph. Lymph vessels is also there in villi, small intestine. They absorb and transport fat from intestine, small intestine. It drains away the excess tissue metabolism. Okay, it removes the, like all cells do, metabolism, breaking the molecules. But if it is excess, then some part of work is done by lymph, drain away the excess tissue metabolism. So this is the last slide. Okay, transportation in plant. We know xylem transport water and minerals, and phloem transport food. Okay, but how this transportation takes place, that we have to discuss. So it transport water and minerals in upward direction from the roots to highest point of the plant. So from ground, from the soil, root absorb the water from the soil, and that water goes through xylem vessels, okay, tracheids and parenchyma fibers. All there are 4 types of xylem we already studied in 9th standard. So all 4 tubes transport the upward direction, and it works on the principle of transpiration. So this water goes to the leaves where it is required for the photosynthesis. So when stomata opens, oxygen comes out. When oxygen comes out, some water vapors also goes out, and these water vapors goes from stomata, we call transpiration. But if water some goes, again they need water. So water molecules are attached to each other. If one molecule goes away, another will push forward. So it works on the principle of transpiration. If water goes evaporated from transpiration, stomata, the water will keep pulling each other. Each molecule is pull another molecule. Okay. Now the phloem part. It transport food from leaves to other part. Okay. So leaves are the kitchen where starch is formed by photosynthesis. Now food required to transport. Suppose potato they have to form, so food will go down to roots. If some fruit grows aerial type on the top of plant, then food will go upward. So the starch can be transported upward as well as downward. But in this case, upward only, no downward. Okay, transport of food from leaves to other parts of plant is called translocation. That is the process called translocation. Okay, one more point I can add. Xylem tissue is a passive transport. Passive means they're not using any ATP. They never spend energy while transporting the water. But phloem spend ATP. So they are called active transports. So here we finish today. I know today you're having lots of doubt, especially circulatory system and diagram. So one by one you can raise your hand. I will clear your doubts. Okay, because circulatory system is quite confusing. That's why I give you today 5 minutes extra. So 10-15 minutes we having doubt clearing sessions. So here I finish my class. Okay.